Is it time to renew your cell phone? You've come to the right video, because the phones I'll show you today can only be described as technological marvels. Top 10 Best Phones 2023. Number 10. ASUS ZENFONE 9. Besides its compact and elegant appearance, the ZENFONE 9 holds a lot, and I mean a lot of power. Ready to meet this beast? While a 5.9-inch screen might seem modest, it's actually a Samsung AMOLED with a Full HD Plus resolution of 2400 by 1080 pixels, protected by durable Gorilla Glass VICTUS. Impressive! At its core, the ZENFONE 9 features a magnificent Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processor with Android 12 operating system, which perfectly matches its Adreno 730 GPU, providing stunning image quality. Plus, its RAM can be up to 16 gigas and have 256 gigabytes of storage. How spacious! By the way, its 3 cameras are from Sony. It has 2 at the back, a 50 megapixel, and a 12 megapixel wide angle that records in 8K, and a front-facing 12 megapixel camera that records in 4K. How much does this wonder that fits in the palm of your hand cost? Well, a reasonable $700. Great, right? Number 9. Motorola Moto G62. It was impossible to write this script and not be amazed. Getting such a cool phone for only $280 is mind-blowing. The Moto G62 has a superb QUALCOMM Snapdragon 480 processor inside, with Android 12 operating system. Interesting, right? But what's really fascinating about the Moto G62 is its wide 6.5-inch LCD screen, with Full HD Plus resolution of 2400 by 1080 pixels for incredible image quality with a refresh rate of 120 Hz, which also softly illuminates to prevent eye fatigue. Awesome! Also, it boasts a 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. And if you like photos and videos, it has 3 rear cameras, starting with the main 50 megapixel camera, which is accompanied by an 8 megapixel ultra-wide and a 2 megapixel macro camera. If you want good selfies, it has a 12 megapixel front-facing camera. Economical, with a great screen, and amazing overall. Yeah. Number 8. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4. When this phone came out, I was blown away by its design. But it's not just style. The Galaxy Z Flip 4 is absolutely magnificent. Its interior screen is a dynamic AMOLED Full HD Plus, which is divided into 2, and together they add up to 6.7 inches, with a fantastic resolution of 2640 by 1080 pixels. Amazing! But that's not all, because if you fold it, on the outside, it also has a mini Super AMOLED screen of 1.9 inches and 260 by 512 pixels resolution. Isn't that great? All powered by a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processor with Android 12 system, 8GB RAM, and 512GB storage. Regarding its camera, it has a main 12 megapixel wide-angle camera and another 12 megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera on the back. And for selfies, you'll have the 10 megapixel front-facing camera. However, it's not cheap, as it's priced at $1,000, but it is spectacular. You want it too, don't you? Number 7. ONEPLUS 11. Time to be amazed by this photographic monster with a totally reasonable price. Ready? The screen of the ONEPLUS 11 is a 6.7-inch AMOLED LTPO QHD Plus display, with a resolution of 2216 by 1440 pixels. Awesome, isn't it? But if you want to know about its cameras, which is what impressed me the most about this phone, I'll tell you that it has 3 rear cameras. The main one is 50 megapixels, the second a 48 megapixel wide angle, and the third a 32 megapixel telephoto with a 2x zoom. These 3 cameras are integrated with HASSELBLAD hardware that significantly improves its photograph quality. It also has a pretty good 16 megapixel front-facing camera. Its processor is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, with Oxygen OS 13 software based on Android 13. It becomes even more solid with its 16 gigabytes RAM and up to 256 gigabytes of storage. Great! How much does it cost? $740. Neither expensive nor cheap, a fair price. Number 6. Samsung Galaxy S23. If you were wondering when the Samsung brand would appear, well, it's time. And it does so with an extremely firm step, as the Galaxy S23 can only be described as one of the best cell phones of recent times. Now, listen, for a fair price of $800, the S23 comes with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor and Android 13 operating system. Isn't it amazing? As amazing as its dynamic AMOLED 2X screen of 6.1 inches, with an FHD Plus resolution of 2340 by 1080 pixels, so you can be sure you'll have outstanding image quality. But something that also surprised me was its photographic power, thanks to its 3 rear cameras. They're fantastic. With the main one being 50 megapixels, superb quality of detail. In addition, it also has a 10 megapixel telephoto lens and a 12 megapixel wide angle lens. The front camera is also amazing with 12 megapixels. Wow, I love it. Number 5. iPhone 13. I know what you're thinking. This friend has been around for a while. However, it still remains as one of the best phones on the market. Want to know why? For starters, its $600 price tag is very balanced, considering that it has an Apple A15 BIONIC processor with iOS 14 system and a 4-core GPU. It's powerful with excellent image quality, which it shows off on its Super Retina XDR OLED display of 6.1 inches that has a full HD Plus resolution of 2532 by 1170 pixels. Solid, don't you think? For its RAM, it has 4 GB, which could be improved a bit, but it can also store up to 512 GB. Regarding pictures, it has 2 rear cameras, one of 12 megapixels and a wide angle of 12 megapixels, which record in 4K, and for selfies, it has another camera of 12 megapixels on the front. I love how complete it is. Number 4. Google Pixel 6a. For many, this is the best low-cost phone. How much does it cost? A little patience, my friend. First, I'll tell you why it's so great. The Google Pixel 6a features a 6.1-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display with 2400 by 1080 pixels. And to make it even more durable, it's protected by Gorilla Glass Class 3. It's beautiful and very resistant. On the other hand, it features the Tensor processor with Android 12 operating system and also features a Titan M2 security coprocessor. Excellent! Its RAM is 6 GB, surpassing the iPhone 13 in that aspect, and it has 128 GB of storage. As for the cameras, it has 2 rear cameras, the first being a 12.2 megapixel dual pixel technology for better image, and an ultra-wide angle lens of 12 megapixels as well. For selfies, it has an 8 megapixel front camera. Now, how much does it cost? You can get this marvel for $450. Great, right? Number 3. iPhone 14 Pro. The Apple is back. So let me tell you how amazing the iPhone 14 Pro is. To begin with, its processor is an Apple A16 Bionic with iOS 16 operating system, the best that the brand has to offer. Its screen is a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR with a resolution of 2532 by 1170 pixels. And to ensure that it is well protected, it features nano-ceramic glass, which can be as durable as metal. No more broken screens. Its RAM is 6 GB, which is reasonable, and it has a colossal 1 TB of storage to store your entire home inside it. That's enormous. Its cameras also stand out, as it has 3. The main one is 48 megapixels, the second a 12 megapixel ultra-wide angle, and the third a 12 megapixel telephoto lens, all with cinematic mode for incredible videos. The front camera is 12 megapixels. How much does the iPhone 14 Pro cost? $1,000. A fair price, but just barely. Number 2. Google Pixel 7 Pro. Let's get to the point. The superiority of this phone compared to the iPhone 14 Pro is evident, and it's priced at $900, meaning it's cheaper. Its processor is a Google Tensor G2, with the Android 13 operating system and a Titan M2 coprocessor. Do you see how great it is? Additionally, it has 12 GB of RAM and up to 256 GB of storage, where perhaps your whole house may not fit, but your room certainly will. More than enough. Its screen is also fantastic, a 6.7-inch OLED with 3120 by 1440 pixels. Remarkable, isn't it? Furthermore, it's protected by Gorilla Glass 7. There you have it, indestructible. Camera-wise, it certainly stands out with 3 fascinating cameras. The main one is 50 megapixels, the second is a 12 megapixel ultra-wide angle, and the third is a 48 megapixel telephoto with 4.8x optical zoom and 30x digital zoom. This is too great! Yes! Wow, but don't worry, I still have another phone to show you. The phone that I'll show you next is above all the previous ones, so get ready to be amazed. Number 1. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Is this the future or a dream? The Galaxy S23 Ultra is so good that it doesn't seem real. Its processor is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 with Android 13 operating system and an Adreno 740 coprocessor. This is more than incredible and absurdly powerful, as it also boasts 12 gigas of RAM and up to 1 terabyte of storage for you to store your whole world. It has 3 rear cameras, the main one being 200 megapixels. Yes, 200 megapixels. Wow, you'll take photos like a pro. The second camera is a 12 megapixel wide angle, the third is a 10 megapixel 3x zoom, and the fourth is also 10 megapixels, but 10x zoom. I love all that graphical power and zooms. Plus, it also has a 12 megapixel front camera for your selfies. And where will you see everything? Of course, it's a beautiful, great, magnificent 6.8-inch AMOLED display with a QHD Plus resolution of 3080 by 1440 pixels, protected by Gorilla Glass VICTUS 2. It's magnificent. How much does it cost to get this beauty? $1,200, and it's not an exaggeration to say that it's a reasonable price for everything it offers. Such amazing phones! Do you agree with my list? Tell me in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Until next time.